Sending their school resource officers back into the buildings. We're live this morning from Ellen Hopkins Elementary. That's where we find the Valley Today's Zachary Wyand with details. Good morning, Zachary.
Good morning, Ashlyn. The Moorhead Police Department was the first department in the state to pause their SRO program earlier this year after a little bit of confusion over a new state law. Now, the concern was about the loss of standard law enforcement authority of officers who are assigned to work in schools. But late last month, Minnesota's Attorney General clarified that the language in that bill still allows for SROs to do their normal job duties. Now, in the meantime, between now and the beginning of the school year, the Moorhead SROs were assigned to routine day shifts, and they would routinely go into the schools and just do some walk-ins and also patrol around the schools. Now, elsewhere in the Valley, DGF and East Grand Forks also had pulled SROs out of their schools, but at this time, there's no word on whether those SROs will be returning back into the schools anytime soon. Reporting live in Moorhead, Zachary Wyand, Valley News Live.
All right, thank you, Zachary, for that live look again this morning. In other news, Fargo police working with managers of a Southside apartment complex to now cut down on trouble there. It's part of their Safe Neighborhoods initiative. Officers say they get a high number of calls for service at the Arbors at McCormick Park. That's located in the 600 block of 23rd Street South. The Cass County Drug Task Force and Red River SWAT team executed 2 search warrants on that property back in September. That's where they seized 135 fentanyl pills and made 1 arrest. They followed up a few days later, they say, to help apartment management remove any unwanted vehicles and individuals from the property. 22 cars were towed, several vacant apartments were cleared, and trespassers were removed. 10 adults and 1 juvenile were arrested. Minnesota's Lino Lakes prison now on modified lockdown this morning after an inmate was found dead and another prisoner is now suspected of killing him. The 63-year-old victim was found unresponsive within his cell yesterday. The Department of Corrections says he was serving a 19-year sentence. The alleged suspect serving life. Medical examiners are working to determine the exact cause of death at this time. Lisa Green this morning has a look at our storm team forecast. We know we are in for some big changes as we make our way into the weekend. We'll send things over to her right now. Hi, Lisa. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, those temperatures just keep sliding as we head into Saturday. We have that first alert weather day for tomorrow morning for that threat for frost or freeze. And you see all of the alerts for that scrolling at the bottom of the screen there. We've got frost and freeze alerts that are either warnings or advisories or watches here this morning for tonight and into the day tomorrow. Also, a wind advisory out west because it is windy out there. Look at Fargo. We've got a little bit of a shake in the camera here as we take our live view here at the station. And wet roads too, as we've recently had rain for several hours overnight last night. It's 45 degrees, but when we factor in the wind, we're talking wind chills right now, and it feels more like 37 degrees. So dress accordingly. We're looking at gusts that are out of the northwest to 32 miles per hour, and Moorhead at 43 degrees right now. In Grand Forks, a similar view, low clouds. We had recent rain there as well, and we're looking at a temperature of 46, feeling more like 40, and northwesterly wind at 26 miles per hour for your gust. So taking a look at our radar, Fargo right now is starting to quiet down. This rain is moving southward, so places like Wahpeton, Breckenridge, down toward the state line with South Dakota, into Elbow Lake and the Fergus Falls area still getting some rain. You can see out west, the blue on the map by Bismarck. We've had some snow in central North Dakota this morning. A report at the Minot Airport as it was moving through there. So we've missed the snow, but it's been there, and it's the first we've seen this season here in our region. And as we expand the view and put this into motion, you can see we've enjoyed a little bit of a break up north, but more showers are dropping in from Canada. So we'll still have that potential for a spotty shower or 2 today as the day goes on. Looking at temperatures that struggle to warm up out at the bus stop this morning. The kids will want that extra layer. And looking at this afternoon, 40s to some low 50s for your highs. Wind will be northwesterly throughout the day. It's not really until later tonight that we see that wind finally ease up and the chances for rain will start to wind down. So overnight, temperatures are going to get quite cold. We've been talking about the potential for reaching the freezing mark, and it's a big weekend. We've got homecoming at UND, and so if you're heading out to tailgate, maybe heading out to the homecoming parade, 9 a.m. tomorrow, well, in that 8 o'clock hour, we're looking at temperatures in the low to mid 30s. So you want to bundle up for that And then as we go through the rest of the morning, temperatures will climb a bit, but it's still looking like a cool day on Saturday. Heading into the rest of the weekend and into next week, we moderate a little bit. We'll still see some cool mornings, but temperatures into the 60s for most of that forecast.
Okay, we just got to make it through our frosty weekend, huh?
That's right. It's going to be chilly, especially Saturday morning, but even Sunday morning, there could be some patchy frost.
All right, thank you so much for the updates this morning, Lisa. We turn our attention now to the sports world, where we are mourning the loss of a legend. Pro Football Hall of Famer Dick Butkus has died at the age of 80. He was one of the best middle linebackers in NFL history, according to his fans. The University of Illinois standout was drafted in the first round of both the AFL and the NFL and chose to play right there in his hometown of Chicago, even though everyone knew, I guess, that Denver offered him a lot more money. A Grand Forks woman is facing charges after police say she dumped and abandoned her 4-year-old child on I-29. Ashley Johnson now facing charges of child abandonment, neglect, and reckless endangerment. Court documents say police were called Tuesday afternoon to a report of a young child in only pajamas alone on the side of the highway. That child told officers her mom dropped her off and told her to stay in the grass away from vehicles. And our consumer alert this morning, 2 candy makers recalling products sold nationwide because they contain a candy rolling ball that can physically dislodge, posing a dangerous choking hazard. This warning comes after a 7-year-old girl in New York died after the candy got stuck in her throat. The recall includes cocoa candy rolling products. They're sold in stores and online from May 2022 through 2023. The recalled rolling candy consists of 2 fluid ounces with various flavors. The other recall is for slime liquor sour rolling liquid candy products. No injuries have been linked to those treats, but the company says it has received reports again of that rolling ball becoming detached from the container. The Today Show and CBS Mornings are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on. More live up-to-the-minute news and weather coming up right now on the Fargo CW. If you're getting ready to head out the door, make sure you are prepared for rain and some cooler temperatures on our Friday morning. But in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful day and an excellent weekend. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Valley Today. My name is Ashlyn Hill.